Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to cover a little unimportant factor about these cars here, and it's the fuel economy. Especially if you bought a HEMI 6.4, 6.1, 5.7 or even a Hellcat. It's not something you base your purchase on, especially for Chargers and Challengers, unless you decide to go with the V6, which then I guess these numbers are really important. But for the sake of this video, I've had this routine. I've been doing this with all my sports cars, just to keep things interested. I keep all the receipts of fuel, and I gather them, and every year I go through them, and I do a budgetary quote just to make sure that I can cover my expense for the year following, and not surprised if there's any price gas and fluctuation or something like that. So you make sure that I can run these babies with foot to the metal every time I'm in it. So to do that, I keep all the receipts, and this year I had 69 of them, and I've put them in a spreadsheet, and I got some real numbers for you.
A quick glimpse of the best miles per gallon I could get. I think foot to the metal will get you about a 2.9 miles per gallon average, so that's pretty good. I mean, that's great. Actually, I haven't seen that on any of my older cars, even the Camaro SS. I think that thing was 4 miles to the gallon when I had my foot to the metal, so pretty happy about it. I mean, this is great, just love to burn fuel, baby. So last year I ran 15,360 miles. That's 365 days of driving, and this is my daily car, so I daily drive this car. Go to work every day. I drop the kids off kindergarten. I pick them up half the time, do groceries, go to the cottage on a weekend or two. So, the average run is about 30 miles, and then when I go to the cottage, it's about, probably 120 miles back and forth. So, I mean, this car's been doing this job greatly. I mean, especially in winter, it's really fun to drive with the proper winter tires. I mean, having a V8 and the manual stick shift makes a lot for fun. And in the summer, it's really comfortable, and there's a lot of praise going to these cars being big and roomy, and just as a good daily car to have. So back to the numbers. Are you ready? Total average for this year is 18.09 miles to the gallon. So that's 18.0 miles to the gallon. In kilometers, for you Canadian friends, 13.8 liter per 100. 13.8 liter per 100. This is on par with the actual window sticker MRSP here in the information provided. On this 2016, it came with a 22 miles per gallon average. Now we're a little bit far from that, 18 being like 4 miles per hour off, but depending on the year, if you're looking at 17 or 18, there were some discrepancies, and this, does not actually mention if it was the manual or the automatic. So probably this number was based on the automatic, because most of the average I see from the window stickers are about 19, 20, 21. I've seen 22 as well as in 23s. But the RT having the 5.7 and the 6.4 engine, I think it might be an average. I don't know, but it doesn't stipulate anything other than the number here, and it's the calculation based off, but not on the actual engine. So might be the reason. Now, in terms of costs, my cost came out to $2,374 for last year. So $2,374 That's an average about $3.15 a gallon, and I always put 93 octane. So out of my 69 fills, I had 64 of them were 93 octane. So that average was calculated for that. And the others, there were 91s and 187. I guess I remember that day I was stuck in no man's land there, so I put 3 gallons of 87 just to get home, I guess. So so 2,374 bucks. It's pretty reasonable. I mean, you know what? It's good to me. And if you're Canadian friends there, you have to multiply that by I guess 30%. It would come something like 3,600 bucks. Fuel is a lot more expensive there. Anyway. So what else can I tell you about these numbers? Quantity. The average per tank. Yeah, that's 334.66. 335 miles to a tank. So that's the average. And I guess that's about it. I mean, there's not much more to say. If I'm taking here the actual spec sheet for the fuel economy, this is based on the 2050 Energy Guide fuel economy. So it's rated at the 5.7 with the manual is 18 city and 28 highway, and 19 city and 30 highway for the automatic 8-speed torque flight multi-displacement system. So that cylinder deactivation gets you 2 miles per gallon more on the automatic. Now the 6.4, if you want to do a quick comparison with the 6.4, it's rated at the manual at 17, so that's 1 miles per gallon less than the 5.7, and 27 as well, so that's 1 miles per gallon less than the 5.7. And for the automatic, it goes back to 18 on the city and 30, back to 30, same as the 5.7. So that's very impressive. And if you go to the Hellcat numbers, for those that are interested, if you're still here listening to me, I guess you should know the Hellcat is rated at 16 MPG city and 25 highway for the manual. And the same thing with the automatic, 16 MPG city and 26, one more, for the highway MPG in the Hellcat automatic. So there you go, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna do a full year review, 360 days of driving in this car, cover from A to Z. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more lengthy video, but it's coming. I'm working on it, and enjoy. Have a great day. Cheers. I love to wake up in the morning with the smell of gasoline. That's what I like. I like to burn it